closer, everybody. आगे आ जाओ, please come forward. Come here, please. सामने आ जाइए. सामने आ जाइए, सामने. ये सामने से दिखेगा. All right.
You all can hear me, right?
Yes.
I hope I'm not very shrill, but anyway. Good afternoon, welcome to the Black Forest. My name is Arpita. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of Cuckoo Clocks and how we make them over here. So, the very first clock that came out of the Black Forest was this right over here. It was the wooden beam clock, made entirely out of wood, wooden cogs, and the stone was used for the weights. This was made around roughly 1640s by two farmers who lived here in the Black Forest. But when you take a very good look at the clock, you're going to see it had a big problem. One hand, right? So it was very easy to tell the full hour, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like that. But whatever was happening in between was anybody's guess. But 1640s and two farmers built it. Right? So from the 1640s, we're going to jump to the next century and we come to the 1700s. We come to 1720 to these clocks over here. These are known as shield clocks or the painted faces clock, because as you can see the face of the clock, it has been painted and many advancements were made. So metallic weights instead of the stone, and finally two hands. So very easy to tell the full hour. And this was the clock that introduces your first cuckoo bird. There she is. So every full hour, 8 o'clock 8 times, 9 o'clock 9 times, 12 o'clock 12 times, and every half hour once. So the idea behind it was they're busy, they're not looking at the clocks, they hear the chimes and know what the time is. So that was all about the history from 1700s. The tradition still continues till date. We have roughly around 35 to 40 families who live here in the Black Forest who are working on these clocks, and everybody has their own task assigned to them. Some are responsible for carving the front decoration, some will be carving out the top decoration, and some they are responsible for carving out this casing. And then at the very end, everything is assembled together. What we use is lime wood, or you can call it basswood also, which is quite soft in nature and needs to be dried for up to 4 years before they start carving it out. And carving is done till date using these traditional tools. They have roughly around 40 chisels like these that they use, and once everything has been carved out, first the casing that is taken like this, then the front decoration which was carved out, that is placed like this, and then at the very end they put the top decoration. And this is how we have a simple cuckoo clock. And now what goes inside the cuckoo clock is these mechanisms over here. Today when you take a look around the store, you're going to be seeing two different types of weights. One clock with smaller weights like these that drop down really fast and needs to be wound every single day, and they use the smaller mechanism over here. You're also going to be coming across clocks which have bigger weights like these. They drop down quite gradually and needs to be wound once in every 8 days, and they use this bigger mechanism over here. In mechanical clocks, the weights, they're functional. They're made from cast iron and they're functional. One is for the time, the other one is for the cuckoo birds. So when you come across clocks with 3 weights, time, bird, and the third one, once the bird goes inside, the third one is for the dancers. Right? See, they're rotating, and they use this mechanism over here because on this rotating surface we place our figurines. And now what gives the cuckoo birds its voice? These wooden bellows right over here. You see these slits over here? Air flows in and out and it makes the cuckoo bird noise. And this material over here, when they first started building the cuckoo clocks, they used to have goat skin, but that dried really fast. So nowadays we have a combination of cotton and nylon. So let's see. These, they get pulled because of the weights, the mechanism, and this is what is giving your cuckoo bird its voice, right? So, mechanism, bellows. One more thing that's very important for the bigger clocks with the dancers, this tiny little music box. You cannot be dancing without music, right? Everything that you see here is made in Germany except for this music box, which is taken from Switzerland. When you play it out regularly, it's not very loud. Don't hear it very nice. Let's place it against this wooden casing, and then this wood, it acts as an amplifier. Much louder, right? It acts as an amplifier and resonates, so increased volume. And you heard the clock, right? 8 o'clock 8 times, 12 o'clock 12 times. And the bird, she really doesn't know the difference between day and night. So, when you want to stop at night or you do not want to hear her chiming, we have levers on the side of our mechanical clocks. Pull the lever all the way to the top, and the clock, it works normally, but the bird, she doesn't make an appearance. And again, when you want to hear her chime, pull the lever down. So, this was all about our mechanical clocks. If you take a look to your right, you're going to be seeing these modern clocks. They're also cuckoo clocks, but they run on these batteries. So, you got to put 3 batteries inside and your clock works normally. And they also have these weights hanging, but that is made entirely out of wood and it's purely for decoration. It doesn't serve any purpose. They come with a light sensor as well, so when it's pitch dark or night, clock again works. But the cuckoo bird, she doesn't make an appearance. You even have a volume switch. You want the bird, but you do not want the noise and the music, you can turn it off. So, this was all about our cuckoo clocks. Before I let you go, a few more information. You're coming from India. We do not sell them, our cuckoo clocks obviously, but we do have 2 service stations back in India. One is in Bangalore and another one is in Mumbai. If you're interested in purchasing any of our clocks today, all the mechanical ones are on your left and all the battery ones are on your right. And we provide 2 years of international guarantee on them. We also provide shipping. Shipping will be 69 euros, but when you ship the clocks from us, 13.5% of the tax is reduced right here at the store. But if you want to carry things yourself, you get a tax check of 8 to 10% at the airport. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a very nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
it's the central one.
Hitting his head.
okay, so the string clock, because you see, it doesn't have a bird. It has a tailor who's working and there is a lady, something similar to this in her hand. And see what happens.
Samir pe jump.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
It's your favorite. And so, this is, do you know what this clock is called?
The mother-in-law clock?
This is a mother-in-law clock. So, he doesn't work hard and the mother-in-law is sitting on the head. Right? So, do a lot of fun. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a very nice trip of the Schwarzwald.
Thank you.